Yeah, it seems like we've been in the playoffs for a couple of months with regard to the urgency and the potential impact of getting it done or not. And so for me, it's been I guess the word resilience is the guy's ability to go from 9 out to consistently play every night. I guess the other word would be consistency, right? So to try to add consistency to the way you do things so you don't go up and down, up and down. So that's the, I think, most striking observation that I would have.
Was it kind of a tough year going through it? I mean, seeing them lose here and there, you lose 2, then you win 3, and you lose 2. That kind of thing that just you never could really catch fire till the end.
It was frustrating because you could see a lot of the losses were unnecessary.
Right.
If only. Now, if you have this conversation with the other 31 GMs, they're going to say the same. Even Donnie Sweeney, I'm sure, will say to you, geez, we could have had 150 points. Little things, I don't know if you recall the game at Edmonton. We have a left face-off dot, defensive zone face-off with 5 seconds or 8 seconds. We win it clean. So we did it. We knew what to do. We executed it perfectly. Then the next time you don't win it and it's in the net. So those little things are what are really frustrating, and a little bit of an excuse, but it is an explanation, is less frustrating because of the injuries, because of the schedule, because of the effort, and because of the games that the players never quit. So it wasn't like the players were giving up. It's just things weren't going our way.
We talked to Paul, I forget when, this November, December, and he was like, we asked him the same thing. He's like, well, you know what? I talked to Bill Zito after every game. We know we're playing the right way. We just haven't been getting the results. Was that kind of like your message? Was like, the numbers look good. We see what's going on. This thing can turn around, and it obviously did.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah.
Obviously we were trying to play a different way, and I think, we've been able to accomplish that to some degree, and we have to continue to improve, and we have to continue to refine our ability to do that. With regard to, there were still some mistakes, and still some adaptation to the myriad of obstacles that get put in your way.
And you look now, you've got Matthew Tkachuk on this team. One of the things you talked about in the offseason was changing the style you guys played. You brought in Paul to do that, and you brought in a Matthew Tkachuk, a player who plays that kind of style. I mean, has he been everything you'd hoped for?
Yeah, I mean, you knew, and I think we probably had this conversation back during the summer. You know the type of player that Matthew is, and if you watched our team, you knew we had a need for that type of player. So it was a perfect fit, and he's been fantastic on the ice, and he's been fantastic as a teammate as well.
Have you, I wouldn't say surprised, but the way he's just embraced, from day one, the way he's just embraced this organization, this town, this everything about it, it just seems like he's been here 10 years already.
Yeah, that's kind of his nature, right? I think maybe other guys on the team embrace it just as much. They're just not as expressive. But he's a special personality, and he's sincere.
Yeah.
There's nothing phony about Matthew. If he says he loves it, he loves it.
Bill, understanding that you're never satisfied, nor should you be, but given that the roster reshaping that had to be done, the salary cap constraints, all the injuries / illnesses, is just making the playoffs already made this a successful season?
No, I don't think that. I'd love to say yes, but I don't think that's the case. I think that was our expectation. We have good players. We have good coaches. Yes, there's a lot of obstacles we've had to overcome, and I'm thrilled that we have. But this is an opportunity. This is a beginning, and it's exciting.
Yeah. A few more gray hairs kind of thing, right? Because we all thought, the Panthers aren't going to win the President's Trophy again, but they are they're going to be a playoff team. Even if they take a step back there, and here you are. It worked out what we thought in day one, but just took a long road, circling road, it seems.
The strange thing was during the season, you look at some of the evaluative statistics that smarter people than I will tell you are very, very accurate. And we're right there. We're doing our expected goals is right at the top. And So knowing what could be and getting that to sync with what's happening, getting healthy, getting that favorable schedule, it all kind of ties together. So I would call making the playoffs a relief and an opportunity, a new beginning.
Bill, when you first got here, so many guys in that room just needed playoff experience that first season. Now, a couple seasons later, what does it mean going into the playoffs with a group where everyone has a good amount of experience now?
Yeah, I think it's much different. I can tell you that the energy, and you guys are around, the energy around the group is a little different. It's, I think there's a higher level of confidence and a higher level of understanding of exactly how hard this is, how much work it's going to be, how mercurial the experience can be, the highs and the lows, and keeping it balanced. And it's exciting. It's really exciting.
There is one guy, though, that has no experience here. Mike Benning just got signed.
Yeah.
Just what are you hoping he picks up being a part of this run and watching all the guys do their thing?
Well, he's not a stranger to big games or big time situations or what have you. And he's a pretty mature young player. So, I think it's going to be invaluable, and I think it's going to be a fascinating learning experience for him.
And Alex Lyon, a guy you've known for a while, just what's it been like seeing what he's done? I mean, not only in round one with you guys, but especially in round two here.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to Alex for, when we needed him, he stepped up. He got the job done. He excelled. He really hasn't changed. He's the same guy and the same habits, the same approach. It's another challenge now. I don't think he's going to treat it any differently. If I said to you, hey, ostensibly our third guy is going to be the American League champion from last year. Yeah, okay. Makes some sense. He's a good goaltender.
I'm sorry, from the GM seat, how different is the feeling heading into the playoffs as the 8th seed as opposed to the President Trophy winners?
It's much different. Actually, John Tortorella used to say when we were in Columbus, he preferred to start on the road. Everything's easier, less distractions, and I've sort of embraced that ideology, and there's a lot of merit to it in my mind. Now, you go.
Less pomp.
If we pitch 2 poor outings, I might revisit that. It probably until you are one and then it doesn't work out. You don't subscribe as much to the, it's okay just to get in. Now then you get in, so it's a little self-serving to say it. But there's definitely a feeling of why not us? We're in. That's all it takes. And you watch every year. They just don't hand out the trophy to the top team.
Obviously, Bill, all the attention's here right now, but just in terms of a broader scope, organizational success, the Everblades, Checkers also both made the playoffs. What does that mean for this organization to have the pipeline, kind of have that strength here?
It's vital. The Everglades, it's their first year as a partner with us. They've been awesome across the board. They've really helped us, and having the ability to have depth and develop the depth is going to be key, and it's incumbent upon us to continue to put players in there, to try to sign free agents where maybe some of the draft picks are gone, to try to take, different avenues to get assets, and then you got to have a place to develop and help them help themselves.
And nice to see Mackey get his first point the other night.
Yeah, and another one last night.
Mm-hmm.
So Mackey's doing well, and McAllister's doing well. So it's fantastic, and it's a great setup in Charlotte.
Thank you, Max.
Thanks, Bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.